Um, you said in one of the seminars that I get not what I really want. Or was it the opposite?
You get what you think about whether you want it or not.
The universe gives me what I really want and not what I think I want.
Well, the reason we say that, there's not too much difference between what you really want and what you think you want, except that what you really want is bigger and fuller and full of more detail than you are able to concentrate on in any moment. Mm-hmm. Because you didn't just sit down this morning and make a list and create your vortex. Yes. You've been creating it incrementally for a very long time. And you've forgotten all of those encounters that put it there. In other words, you just can't recall every meaningful experience that caused the growing of that. And so when we visit with you or anyone, what's in your vortex is so much fuller and deeper and richer and detailed, then you have the capacity in any moment in time to contemplate all at once. It's sort of like the conversation that we had with our friend earlier. You just can't contemplate the vastness of the universe, and your vortex is vast like that too. You can't in any singular moment contemplate the vastness of anything. That's why we want you to incrementally savor what is being translated through your physical senses here and now. What were you getting at when
So, like, for example, if I want 10 things, 10 major things, and
tell us one of them. Tell us one of them.
Can I just...
But tell us one of them first, because if we answer this, the rest of your question will be clearer to you.
Okay, like, for example, an intimate partner.
All right,
which you already...
All right, so I want an intimate partner.
Yes.
And that sounds pretty straightforward.
Yes.
But in your vortex is, I want meaningful expansion. I want someone with whom I can interact and interplay on a really regular basis. I want the deepness of knowing someone so clearly and being able to watch their individual expansion. I want the deepness of being able to feel myself evolve as a result of someone else's point of view and watch them evolve as a result of my point of view. I want an ongoing understanding of the never-endingness of desire. In other words, there's so much there. We could talk for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. We could talk for 10 years. We could talk for almost as long as you've been alive about all of the details of, and it's so much more than I want an intimate relationship. There's so much more there that as you get into the vortex and all of those pieces that you have put there incrementally begin showing themselves to you, the satisfaction factor in the relationship will be beyond your ability to even describe to someone else. It's what we meant a little bit while we were talking about Barbara and Esther doing some writing about the fun that they wanted to have at the meals that were coming up, and then sitting there experiencing the fun that they had touched on, but they had not touched on it to the depth and breadth that it was able to deliver to them. But as it delivered, they both recognized all the past work that they've all done in their vortexes, so the moment was so much richer than any intention that they could have set forth in the hours before. Is this making sense to you?
Yeah.
Your vortex contains the fullness of who you are and will reveal itself to you to the degree that you are able to allow it in the moment, you see.
So in other words, the next thing that I'm going to get is what I allow. It's not somebody somewhere decides what will I get next.
Precisely. It's nobody else's business. Even the partner who is on the way to you has no control.
Mm-hmm. It's what I allow. Mm-hmm.
Because the universe already knows precisely who can deliver all that you've been asking for, and a precise pattern and path to which that desire will be satisfied. But what we want you to contemplate and to explore and to devour and to experience is, it isn't the end result of meeting up with this person that you want. It's the journey to this person. And then the journey within this person. In other words, once the person is there, then of course it will go deeper and fuller and more meaningful, you see. But it's just this never-ending journey. What's happening is it's the merging of you with you. It's the merging with you and the ideas that you have put there. Everyone else is just playing along, you see.
It's the journey.
Nice to come into alignment with your intentions. And that's what life is. Life stirs you up, you come into alignment. But we don't want to say you come into alignment and then you're satisfied. We want to say the coming into alignment, the never-ending coming into alignment is the deliciousness of life. The never-ending coming into alignment is the deliciousness of life. The discovery of these feelings, the discovery of this knowledge. We are having as satisfying a feeling and discussion as you will ever have once you've found this person. In other words, this is as good as that will be, because this is part of the process of that. Can't you sort of feel that? Rather than saying, well, when I get there, then I'll really feel good, we say, then you're not ever going to get there. You have to enjoy the journey along the way. We want you to enjoy the idea that you want a relationship. We want you to enjoy the idea that you're believing it's possible. We want you to enjoy the idea that your vortex holds this relationship. We want you to enjoy the idea that your emotion is a manifestation that lets you know you're on the path. We want you to enjoy the feeling of the emotion on your way to this relationship every much as you will feel in the meeting of the person. You see what we're getting at?
Yes.
It's got to feel good now. 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 No, let's say it in a different way. It does feel good now. It can feel good now. There's no reason for it not to feel good now. Don't hold yourself out for the manifestation before you feel good. You slow everything down. And then you have to distract yourself. And then when it comes, it sneaks up on you. But then you've missed all the things you could have savored along the way. It's so much more delicious. It's sort of like, oh, Esther loves cooking. She likes to taste that, and she likes to taste that, and she likes to taste that, and she likes to mix it up, and then she likes to taste that, and then she likes to put something else in, and she likes to taste that. And when it's done, it's sort of boring. Because she savored it all the way along the way. In other words, ooh, that makes it happen, and that makes that happen, and that makes that happen. By the time she takes it out of the oven, it's no big deal. She's had her experience of co-creating with all of the stuff along the way. And it's sort of like that, you see.
Yes.
So someone says, so do you have your relationship? And you say, I'm right on track. And they say, what do you mean? You have your relationship? Oh, I'm savoring the feeling of it. Oh, you freak. Savoring the feeling of it. You got your relationship? No, I'm savoring the feeling of it. I'm savoring the idea of it. I'm savoring the feeling of it. I'm savoring the feeling of it from a lot of different perspectives. I'm watching for evidence of it. I'm seeing details of my relationship in that couple, and that couple, and that couple, and that couple, and that couple. I like how they play, and I like how they dance, and I like how they sing, and I like how they communicate, and I like how they talk. In other words, I'm savoring all of the pieces that I've been putting there throughout all of my life experience. I'm savoring it all. I'm savoring my unfolding, my never-ending unfolding. I'm savoring my relationship with my vortex version. I'm savoring every part of it. And then, as the manifestation begins to reveal itself to you beyond the feeling and beyond the thought, in a conversation, in a meeting, then you just become beside yourself, because you've allowed the universe to deliver to you in perfection all the pieces that you've been putting there, you see. So did we just have a conversation with you about getting to the end result? Not even close. We had a conversation with you about using what you perceive to be an end result as your excuse to feel joyous now and now and now and now and now. And you see, as a result of this conversation, that relationship is no longer missing. You've been practicing the vibration of the relationship. It's not absent in your vibration. So now watch for the evidence of it. It's going to be all around you, you see. And savor every little piece of evidence. Savor the evidence. And don't try to make everything don't try to fast forward into the end result of it. Savor the evidence as it comes. Enjoy the journey. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You are on fire. We think we might as well get this out of the way. We have yielded to the inevitability of this. We have joyously yielded to the inevitability of this.
I first want to say thank you. I hate doing that.